Welcome to Patty's Corner. Come on in and stay a while. Healthy choices, great conversation, smart shopping tips, and finding foods that fit. Small steps every single day, that's Patty's Corner.
Hello, this is Patti in Patty's Corner. I'm going to talk to you. I'm reading this great book, and if you can get it in your library, get it. If you want to purchase it, get it. It's well worth whatever. I think it's $25. It's well worth that. But I got it at the library because I've bought books before, and they're not really worth the help that they tell you. But this one is worth it because you can write your answers in the book, or you got to get it. If you get it from the library, you got to, put your answers on a piece of paper. And here's the book. I'm going to swish it around. The Blood Sugar Solution by Dr. Mark Hamlin. And this one's large print. And there's a lot of people in the back that said it was a great book. Bill Clinton. Let's see, who else you might know on this. There's a lot of people. Rick Warren. Deepak. Christian, they all said it was a great book, and it is a wonderful book. It's the librarian was making fun of me, and she said, "Oh, it's an encyclopedia." Yes, it is an encyclopedia. Let me tell you, he tells you what you've been eating, and it's wrong. Let me swish back. Oh wow, a miracle! I switched it back. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got a haircut. Got it Saturday. I feel so much lighter, even though I didn't have really long hair. But most of the people don't realize that you have been exposed to stuff in the air, stuff in your shampoo, conditioners, soap, that really puts poisons into your body. And I'm on chapter, I don't even know what chapter. I just keep reading and reading and reading. Let me see what chapter I'm on. It's really fascinating. When I get a hold of this book, I can't put it down. Okay, I'm on Start Your Journey. And all before that, he doesn't use technical terms. Well, sometimes he does, but most of the time he doesn't. And there's lots of quizzes, like this quiz here. My life is very stressful. This is this is chapter 7. This is, let's go back to chapter 5. Maximum detoxing your body. Some of the questions are really, I thought it was fascinating. I'm not going to go through them all because they're just, they're so long. One of them is, I almost never break for a real sweat. I never break into a real sweat. One of them is. One of them is, most of my clothes are dry cleaned. I never knew that dry cleaning your clothes would cause your body to be intoxicated with chemicals. And then it dawned on me, what do they dry clean the clothes with? Chemicals. So that, that was really interesting. And then I drink bottled water from plastic containers, unfiltered tap water, or well water. Growing up, they always say, oh, well water is good for you, blah, blah, blah. But I was really shocked at this. And my house or apartment is treated for bugs by an exterminator, and they use or use household and lawn garden chemicals. I mean, I must have known this, and people know this, but when it's in black and white, it really opens your eyes. Now, this one was really interesting. I am bothered by one or more of the following. Score 1 point if you are bothered by any of these. One is perfumes. One is soap, gasoline and diesel fumes, new car smell, tobacco smoke, chlorine in the water, dish detergent, that means dish their laundry detergent, dry cleaning, fabric stores, hairspray, other strange strong odors. Now, I thought that was like, wow, they have new car. why would people say, oh, that bothers me? But the scent, if you just think about it, it smells nice, but they spray it with chemicals, and you're inhaling those chemicals. Even when you have an older car like ours, if you put the air conditioner on and you don't have your filter changed, that's a biggie, because you should change your um, cabin filter every so many, I mean, if you go get your oil change, they'll tell you how to they'll tell you when your cabin filter needs to be changed. And it's just like your house filters from your furnace and your air condition. You don't realize, oh, next month I'll get them. They're going up in price. Next month I'll get them. They should be changed every month if they look bad or not bad. Because what they're doing is they're capturing the pollution in your house, like the dust, if you have pets, pet mice, and all that. So it really is important to keep your ear freshened. And they have, they sell a lot of air freshener things. They're bad. They also have air purifiers. But he was saying in this chapter that you got to be careful. You got to change the filter every time, because what it does is it builds up all that yuck that your room gets, and so you got to make sure you change that air filter all the time. So it's a constant to get your breathing and everything in tune. And this one, when I drink caffeinated coffee, I experience anxiety, palpitation, sweat, and dizziness. I feel wired up and experience the increase in joint and muscle ache. Really, I have not had caffeine. I've given up even tea right now, because I can't, I just can't have the herbal teas without some kind of sweetener in it. And I do not want to do that, so I just don't have any kind of tea. So, so I just try not to drink it. And then he goes on about how to get healthier, and he gives you websites. Here's something, how to get started. This was in the back of the chapter I just finished, before you start your journey. Here it is. 1, prepare your mind. Contact your motivation so that you are successful, and get on and stay on the program. Prepare yourself. Commit to the program, and plan a day to start. So that's very important. And I have to say, I always started my diets or health things on Monday. Monday is a bad day. So pick another day, like Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. It's a better day for you to, because Monday, you got the anxiety of going to work, you got to know what you're wearing, you got the traffic. Excuse me, they're burning here, and it's affecting me. But anyway, so pick a date that, it's not Monday morning, or some people say, oh, Sunday's a good day. Well, if you go to church, you got that, you got this and that. Pick a day, and I know every day has something, but pick a day where you can commit to the program and you prepare yourself. Prepare your kitchen. Clean all toxic substance out of your kitchen. Stock up with the foods that that will create a healthier and no disease. Prepare your inner shopping and inner chef. Learn how to navigate the toxic food terror in the modern supermarkets, and develop a simple cooking skill that will support your health. That's very important. You got to read. And he explains here how many different words for sugar there is. Cane sugar, glucose, fructose. There's hundreds of, and I'm trying to find a app that you don't have to pay for that will tell you all the word. Here's what he said. If you cannot pronounce the word, don't eat it. And he said, if it's prepackaged, don't buy it. So basically what he's telling you is, make sure you can understand all the words that are in the food. Secondly, don't buy prepackaged food. Third, it's a lot healthier if you make it yourself. Because you can make a lot of rice dishes yourself. You can make a lot of potato dishes yourself. And that's important. Prepare your body. Get your body ready to heal. By taking a drug holiday from sugar, substance, and all other things. That's a biggie. Because in the chapter before this, he explains that sugar is just as addicting as any kind of drug. Heroin, any kind of drug. It affects your brain. So sugar is a very important, sugar is, to get off of sugar is hard. I got off caffeine and it was like 4 days before I felt good, okay? And Richard was about 4 or 5 days too. I'm trying to get off of sugar. Sugar is really hard to get off of because it plays with your mind, your mood swings, your anxiety, a lot of things. I did it once. It was really hard. It took me about, and I'm not going to lie about this, it took me a good 6 to 7 days to get off of sugar. And you get really nasty. You want your drug. We don't consider sugar a drug, but it is a drug. And your body says, where's the sugar? Where's the sugar? And in this chapter, he said that's what really causes your body to be inflamed, causes it to be toxic. Because back in the days of biblical times, he was saying, they didn't have all the sugar and stuff. They didn't have the corn starch and all that. They ate basically all healthy, and if they grew it, they ate it. If they couldn't grow it, they didn't eat it. Even with the animals, they killed the animals, they ate them. So basically, and the animals back then were grass-fed animals. You didn't have all this chemicals. You put chemicals in an animal to make them fatter so they can, grow and all this. I just was so impressed. I'm so impressed with this book. I usually don't, I'll read a book and be like, oh, okay, that was good. This book is so impressive that I have to say, really, he was telling stories about people that he helped in the chapters before that. And this gentleman, he had a massive heart attack. He lived. His cholesterol was way high. His blood pressure was way high. His sugar was high. They didn't treat him for his sugar when he was in the hospital, so it really got higher. So much stuff happened to him. He went on this healthier, I'm not going to say diet because it's not a diet. It's just eating healthy. And like he said, you can go to any store and get healthy foods. Just if you can't even afford organic, just make sure you wash the food real good. And it's really fascinating. So he lost something like 100 and some pounds. He is now active. He has no high blood pressure no more. Excuse me. He has no more high blood pressure. His sugar is way down. I think his A1C was like 6 point something, and it was 10 something when he went to this doctor. And he really feels great now. And he was only 40 years old when he had the heart attack. And he really feels great now. And it was all because, and it's interesting. You say, oh, it's in my genes. I had my mother, my father, my grandfather had heart failure. So it's in my genes. So what am I going to do about it? You got to eat better. Even to grandma and grandpa, they started slacking a little bit, and they started eating prepared foods, and they started eating, sugar. Like it really, like even to breads and stuff. After a certain age, everybody gets gluten intolerant because your body can't digest the gluten in the bread. So Rich and I have not eaten bread in we had bread last night. Yeah, okay. In a bun. In a roll. But normally we would not have bread. We haven't eaten bread in 4 weeks now. And I even have a loaf in the freezer that I'm I don't know what to do with. Give it away, throw it away. I don't know. I'd like to give it away. But anyway, um, we found out we feel better. Our legs don't hurt as much. We're not so tired. It's not, it's like, and I didn't, I don't think I tested positive for gluten, but it just makes you feel better. And, the only problem is now, people say, oh, that's expensive. I go to Aldi's and I buy it's in a black box and it's made in Italy, their pasta. It's really tasty. It's made with the water from Italy. I don't know how they do it, but there's only like 3 ingredients in the whole thing. I can eat that with my gluten, and I don't get sick. And it's very tasty. But the problem is they only have 3 different types. They have the noodles, the long noodles. Then they have the curly spinal ones, and then they have like I don't know, but they have 3 different ones. They don't have straight spaghetti. But Aldi's has a straight spaghetti made out of chia peas. So that would be good. I'm going to try it and see how it tastes. But there's other alternatives, like I said, than to eating this. He said, I was blown away by this. How much sugar by the pound a human being eats in America yearly. It's outrageous how much you consume. I think it was like 385 pounds of sugar a year. Now, a couple of years back, it wasn't that high because you weren't eating the prepared foods. And it blew me away that fast food places are really, really, really high in everything. I mean, I was just blown away. So Rich and I don't eat out anymore. We eat at home. For breakfast, basically what we have is fruit. We buy a lot of fruit, apples, pears. Richard has cantaloupe. I have watermelon. We have tangerines. We have grapes. We have cherries. In fact, I just ate all the grapes and the cherries are all gone too. Yeah, grapes are bad for your sugar, but you can have 16 of them, and it doesn't really raise your sugar that high. It's a natural sugar. It's not like one of these, go have, cereal or whatever. So it's a natural. And it only spikes it a little bit, so it's not too bad. Orange juice spikes it pretty good. We couldn't get a hold of Miss Uncle Matt's orange juice, so we had to buy regular orange juice. It didn't taste the same. It wasn't as good, and Uncle Matt's doesn't spike my sugar as high as the other stuff does. My sugar when I was drinking the other juice, I won't tell you the brand, spiked my sugar a good 30 points up, where Uncle Matt's only does maybe 5, if that. Because Uncle Matt's is 100% orange. It's not all the byproducts like sugar and all the chemicals that they put in it. And Uncle Matt's changes, like if the oranges aren't in season, it's a different taste. So what he said to do is prepare your kitchen. And he said get spices and stuff like that. Now, you can get spices anywhere. Like Aldi's has spices for like 99 cents. Or if you want them in the glass container, I think they're $1.99 now. Maybe 2 something now. Like $2.49. But you can get all the spices. And he said, even though you have the spices in your cabinet, get new spices because spices only last so long. Or try to get fresh spices. And also get pure pure vanilla. Don't buy artificial vanilla because it's all chemicals. And I just saw a golf cart go by, and I'm sitting in the living room. And anyway, it was really interesting. And I'm only on chapter 15. I'm on 15, chapter 15, starting the journey. And he gives you so many places on the internet to talk to his people. You can even make an appointment to talk to him online. It's really fascinating. And in the back of this book is a cookbook. And it tells you, things you can cook really easy. Takes only 10, 15 minutes. I think I scooped to the back, and I think there's one that's only the longest. It takes 15 minutes to prepare. And it's really fascinating. I also downloaded his app, not app, his cookbook that he just made. So I downloaded that. So I have about 150 different recipes for healthier eating. He also has a food plan to show you how to get started. This book, I'm telling you, it's like an encyclopedia. It's well worth the $25 or whatever it is. I'm just glad I got it from the library, and yeah. So, oh, I lost 2 more pounds, so I'm down to 188 now. All total, I lost 50 some pounds. My doctor was I went to the doctor on Friday. I don't know if I told you guys. I went to the doctor on Friday, and the doctor goes, "Wow, I can't believe, is this really you?" She goes, "You lost a lot of weight." She goes, "Congratulations." And she said, "Your numbers are down. My blood pressure was down. It's almost normal. It's 122/80. I got to get the bottom number down. My heart rate is down to 89, which was 110 or 115 at a normal relaxed time. So my heart rate's down, my blood pressure's down. The only thing that's high is my A1C. It went back up, but it only went up. I thought it went up a lot, but it went from 7.8 to 8.1. So maybe my body's getting used to whatever, the exercise and all. And then what else? Oh, my cholesterol was excellent. My cholesterol was the bad cholesterol was down. It was below 100. My good cholesterol was good. Everything was great. The only thing that was a little high, and she wasn't concerned about it, was my red blood cell count. I don't know why. Maybe I had a little temperature, a little something going on, but it was a little high. And then my cells was a little high. My cells are shaped funny, I guess. I guess when you have too much sugar in your cells, it makes them look funny. So that was another thing. And everything else looked good. The only thing is I have neuropathy. I'm going to work on that. And according to this book, everything depends on what you eat and how you exercise. And that's mainly, and your supplements. I could not believe that if you have pain in your knees or your joints, you're magnesium deficient. And he just lays it all out for you. That was in chapter 13 or something. It's really fascinating, this book. I mean, I could go on and about this book, but I'm not going to. Next, maybe Wednesday, I'm going to give you either Wednesday or Friday, I'm going to go over some things about moisturizers for your skin and all, and talk to you about that, what that's all about. And then I'm going to talk to you more about your soaps that you use, and maybe Friday I'll talk about some things in your house that you can change. It's really fascinating. Oh, in this book, I have to tell you before I leave. In this book, now I have them. He was saying that if you have fillings from back in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, they used to fill them with mercury. So I have them. And he said that it's really bad for the teeth. It decays the teeth. And it goes, and I, again, never thought of it. Your teeth is right to the blood your bloodstream. So whatever they fill your teeth with goes right into your bloodstream. Mercury is very bad to consume mercury. We don't eat mercury. That's why we couldn't eat tuna fish for a while there. Remember? Because all the tuna fish had mercury in it. So that was another thing about it. That was on detoxing your body. And this guy, I'll tell you, he is really smart. He's really good at it. So I think basically what we got to do is get back to basics. And he says to eat grass-fed beef and grass-finished beef. And he says to have chicken that's organic and free range, even to the eggs. Because he said they put so much in it, they fill the chicken with a lot of, yeah, a lot of hormones, and it's not good. There's a place right down the street here from us that sells fresh farm eggs. And they might be a little bit more money, but they're well worth it, because the guy has the chickens, they lay the eggs, and he sells them to you. We also have a I saw the other day a farm that sells whole milk, and it's got the cream on top. So I'll check that out later down the road. But like I said, there's a lot of things that I'm looking at and researching for you guys. And like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a nurse practitioner. I'm just like a regular person trying to get healthy. I want to live a ripe old age. And I'm only 67, and I got a long way to go, because my body, like I told you, I am not going to give up and just sit around and do nothing. I want to get back on the swing of things. So that's my soapbox today. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, and you guys have a great day. Have a great Monday and Tuesday, and I'll see you back here Wednesday with a new Patty's Corner. And I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up, comment, and also subscribe. I got, I think, 12 subscribers now. So I'm glad we're on this path together. I'm not looking for numbers. I'm not looking for anything. I just want you to give me comments, how I can improve it. Give me some ideas. Give me some, wisdom. If you have wisdom, just give me some advice. And, I'll look it up, see what it is. You got questions, I'll look it up for you. Give it a thumbs up. Okay? So next time I'll see you on Wednesday for Patty's Corner. So long.